First look at Doom the Dark Ages Revelations with exclusive images and the trailer. We're going to break it down, see what everybody's freaking out about. And I know that sounds clickbait, but just to prove that it's not, I haven't made a video in 7 months and I come back for this, so do with that what you will. So let's just dial this back and just take a look. We're going to be doing a chill and watch. Our flock has been led astray. And yes, I want to be pausing and talking in this. That's the point of this video. People get mad when I do that, but work with me here. Okay, so Con Maker, she looks a bit younger here, don't get any ideas, and we have the Slayer on the left. The flock has been led astray. He's defying going against the Makers and Creed, so this shows that this is going to be after the base game. Clearly, the Con is there, she's angry. I've got some interesting theories about there, but let's keep going and we'll break it down. Okay, in the wake of our actions. All right, so what does that mean? What kind of actions have we done? Probably kill the Creed. Okay, we got the helmet on through the portal. We got the knight with the shield. Now, pay attention to this shield and what it looks like and what it's made of. It's cool stuff. Vagary. Okay, so we've got normal stuff here. Now we're coming through a gate. We need to look at this picture here real close, okay? The council has chosen. Take a look up in the top part right there. I'm pointing at the screen, and that's obviously not going to do anything right now, but over here, bunch of, who are these? These are the High Council, the Order of the Six, the big bad guys, at least allegedly. So what has this council chosen? What significance to the plot and the combat could this hold? He's looking up at them. There's a big titan, right. Beneath this chamber will be your tomb. So could this be referencing Cadinger's Sanctum? Could they be trying to put him away in that? I mean, we take a look at the background, we see, yeah, they're kind of burying him. His face is all jacked up here. Remember with the Doom the Dark Ages actual first reveal, we saw that he was in a really bad spot as they're throwing the helmet through the portal. Wonder if this is one of those similar moments. We meet some characters later on in this trailer that are very... We'll get there. I don't want to get ahead of myself too much, but watch this. So he gets foot smashed, and we can see like a boneyard type of area here. We'll take it real slow. Now we're going into ice. So whoa, what's this? This is a new item. We see some imps in the background, icy. So we know that Doom the Dark Ages has been fantastic about exploring new areas like the Cosmic Realm, and well, we'll be going back to there too. So we see ice here. We know that Hell's Core is a level with ice, representing, say, maybe Dante's Inferno, in which the cold is the core of the evil, in essence. If you're not familiar with it, it's a whole thing. Who's this body? In case we have a body. I'm just, like, pausing here, wondering what we're seeing, what type of area we are. Okay, we need more. Throne room. Okay, this could be the core level. We see someone meat on a stick getting barbecued. I actually grilled steaks today, so I guess that's why it's on my mind. And what do we make of this? See, we see this. We don't have a ton to go off of. It looks like I don't want to put things where there's not things to put, but this is definitely something where we got to put it in hard, okay? So this has been speculated to maybe be the Wretch's ship. And a lot of folks are saying that Creed's ship, where I am right now, a little known fact, I took over after the events of Doom the Dark Ages, and this is where we may have the hub. And there's a lot of, we see the Titans in the background. What if this is our central core home area, right? We meet this Wretch early on, or do we? I don't know. We'll get to that. I like how we can pause the video. We have the technology to do this, to be able to look at some of the things. We don't have a lot of information, though. That's the thing. There's runic glyphs on the edges of these. I don't know what they mean yet. Maybe it's just design. Maybe it's not. The portal up here representing... There's just so much to me. I think when they design these trailers, they give you questions. They make you want to... Okay, why is the helmet broken? Something happened. It calls back to Doom the Dark Ages. Maybe he died. That is something that you need to keep in mind for the rest of this video because it does get spicy. So we have the helmet broken, some sort of symbolic reference to secret. They say it holds secrets. We see the shield and bone shards. It's all messed up. Now, I know what you're thinking. I can see that. What significance does this hold? Where are we? There is books, ancient magician, necromancer type books, and candles. This gives me really big fantasy necromancer vibes, right? That's not something futuristic, hub-based when you're thinking about the Fortress of Doom from Eternal. Not getting that same vibe. It gives me Hexen vibes. Hexen 2 vibes if you face these skull little warriors there. I can't think of their name right now. I don't know. Now this right here, this little guy. This looks like to be the Chain Spear, and we're going to look at some really nice combat aspects. We can come to expect. Doom Eternal fans rejoice when you see what this thing holds, and combat being probably my favorite part of the Dark Ages. Yeah, we'll touch on that a lot. Okay, I want to take, just want you to take a look here. All right, I'm not going to reveal anything, but just take a look at this image. We're in this hub area. Well, we'll leave more to be told. I bet, I won't reveal too much. So we have this soldier, and in the background, this may be the health core level. I don't know. Set typical battlefield. I like how we have access to the pain elemental now in the cosmic area. See, but this cosmic realm feels different to me. I don't know, because when we take a look, I've seen the trailer once. This is my second watch through, so we're look at this together. We see up in the top, the architecture just has a different vibe. The swinging chains, it just feels different. The skulls than the cosmic realm we've been to before. And naturally, Witch is gone. Actually, her vessel, Ultimate's vessel, is gone. So what has happened in the time from the Dark Ages to now to make the cosmic realm different? I mean, obviously, a lot has, but I feel like there's more to the story there. That looked like an Imora type. So there's a theory also going around that you have the body, osseous, which is a skeleton base level. You have the core, and then you have the brain, Imora. Why does this look Imoran, right? You see the Dark Lord little ships in the corner there, the Maker style. I don't know, this and the dragon, so makes me think. Cosmic Realm with a little Archvile at the bottom. So we're already seeing a shift in the areas that we're going to go to. It's still Cosmic Realm. It still has the big tentacle guy here, so the Archvile. There's still familiarity, but it's different enough to feel like we're going to new places. It's not just like, oh, this is the same thing over and over again. It is familiarity, but different, and I love that for that. So what we're seeing here is a really cold guy. Really got to put on some clothes if you're going to be that skinny. You got to keep yourself warm in the winter. Whiplash and Cyber Demon with a wing flap attack. So this is probably introducing the core part, the cold aspect of it. Another new environment, which is fantastic with what id Software has done to bring us in these new places we've never been before and have a fun time doing it. A heck of a time. Okay, whoa. Okay, if you're out doing something else, come back to your screen right now and watch if you're just listening to me, okay? Invisible Revenant, maybe a Spectre Revenant, maybe not. It's known to bring various new versions of enemies in future installments. Spectre Whiplash in Doom Eternal. You can still see him. You can look at his weapon enough to have that visual cue. Like if he was fully blacked out Spectre, especially if your brightness is down, it'd be hard to see him. This gives you a visual cue like, hey, this is where this guy is, and you can track and watch his attacks based off of seeing his sickle. So it's good design right there. So you can still see him, but he still has a Spectre enough on the rest of his body to still be difficult to point out in combat. Just thought about that. That's good design. This looks to be the wizard that was scrapped concept art, who's now the warlock, wizard warlock. Warlock is actually a male wizard, magician guy. So we see that there's definitely new enemies. We knew that. In the background, bad guy face. What area is this? It's a lot of mystery. And we hear in the background, I am your way out. This Wretch voice, who is he a teammate? Yeah, I think so. We've heard about him for so long, and why am I even saying it's the Wretch? Well, you'll see. Okay, enemies, battlefields, new scenes, looking good. This is where, again, come back to your screen, okay? On the left side of your screen, you will see a chain spear. It's got a green for ready to go parry and red for not. So what I want you to notice, you'll be switching off from the shield and this thing. And let's take a look at how Doom Eternal fans will be rejoicing with this bad lad here. Okay, he shoots red. I know I'm going to be pausing a lot. It's a fast-paced game. So he throws the spear out. So the parry is the strike. I was speaking with my friend Zexy. The parry, who was telling me the parry is the strike. Like you are going on the offense when you're going on the defense. Okay, I just didn't plan to say that, but that works, right? And it's a mobility tool too, because a lot of times Doom the Dark Ages, when we were going into that Mayo hump, everybody's making videos like the MEATHOOK is not coming back for TDA, and people are like, oh, I want the MEATHOOK back. The game design's different. We can't go to there. We can't make Doom Eternal 2. But this may be a way to bridge that gap and not be the MEATHOOK, but be its predecessor, its early cousin. I was talking in Discord with some folks, and maybe this could be a lead up to the technology of the MEATHOOK. So it's a distance weapon, it's a close weapon. You use it to parry, you use it to shoot in the distance while still having your gun here. It is very offensive. As you know, it's not a shield to block in the same way as a shield does. If you want that shield, you can have it for the Dark Ages ground. If you want the Eternal style, you have the spear. So he completely, I want you to look at this too with me here, all right? He completely negated that Mancubus. Right, he shot the spear over top of, and you can do this, of course, with rockets and anything else, yes. But he shot the spear over top of the fence projectile on for a headshot. And just knowing that you can use this and having the skill ceiling. Okay, so let's talk about that too. Skill floor, skill ceiling. Eternal and Dark Ages have a skill floor that is low, meaning that if you're a beginning player, you don't have much experience with FPS, you can come in and you can do great with your difficulty and scaling. The skill ceiling is high. Max sliders, Ultra Nightmare, to where if you learn the game and its mechanics and what it asks of you, you'll be able to do a lot. So most beginning players aren't going to think to throw that over the fence, thinking the projectile, the time it takes to get from you to him, and what can happen in the space and time and space of that time frame. But it's just interesting to see how the combat is adding on to what we already know, but still giving us a new, fresh approach. Like, why wouldn't you do that? I hit the wrong button. Okay, let's take another look together. Oh, no, he broke the shield with it, actually. We could probably shoot it over if you wanted to. That would be fine. I guess Slayer likes to go with a break approach. And I noticed in the top right-hand corner, it looks like a MEATHOOK node. Pay attention to that one. So he breaks it, but I'm still going to shoot this thing over. I don't care. I want to do that, so I will. Comes in late. So that is a way to use the parry system to your advantage. He uses that to come in. What a lot of players do, especially if they're just starting out, they have one way that they go about attacks. Okay, in Eternal, it was Ice Bomb, Blood Punch. I don't have my Ice Bomb. What do? I can't go to this Mancubus. So they just go in. They don't make that opening. Whereas you need another frag grenades, maybe heat blast. This is another tool to have your opening. We've been using it all in the Dark Ages. It's another iteration of that here. Okay, perfect. Now this guy, okay, so this is going to be using a shield against us with the drill arm. A little bit of mecha design there. Reminds me of like a Loper from Return to Castle Wolfenstein. We don't see a lot of them. We'll have to dodge back. Chain shot coming in handy. More action of the spear. And he does use it as a projectile. He parries. It is on, if you notice, I want you to pay attention here, that is on a red cooldown, okay? And he's still firing it out. So he's using it, he cannot parry with it at this point, but he can still use it as a projectile, leaving his left hand open, no way to block that incoming Mancubus projectile to the left, but enough to where he can still go in with the gun. Okay, more parry. We're seeing maybe the bone here, the bone area. He throws the spear onto the rider, much like we would do with the impaler shots in the base game of the Dark Ages. Brings it back, bashes here. Okay, that's another. This thing is really going to be synergizing with melee. So I want you to pay attention here. He goes in, throws it to the Pinky Rider top to hit the rider. Turns to the left. Okay, hits him with the mace there, right? Well, we need to watch that again. If I can rewind. Okay, throws a spear. Dashes forward. Dashes. Oh, did he just dash? Did he dash? Huh. Okay. This is interesting, isn't it? Dashes forward, bashes him with the spear, turns. The spear is now green. He can now do what he wants, but he uses melee here because this rider was stunned and damaged from the first spear throw. He had the opening for the other rider with the mace to defeat him, and then back to this one. Or with the mace for there. Okay, we're back in the ice zone with the Arachnotron being the pressure unit up close. Cyber Demon being ranged in the back. Okay. All right, looking like full auto. Oh, that's a new glory kill for the glory kill lovers out there. Okay, we remember this from original. Yeah, look at the classic iconic image. Ooh, well, we need to go back for that one. They're looking at each other. Oh, look at those. They are crushing hard on each other right now. Oh man. So we're back at the Cosmic Realm. It's new. Remember, familiarity but different. We're forming this thing together. And it's this rewind sound as we have been doing. So, oh, Cosmic Pain Elemental. Okay? Familiarity, but different. Let's bring this up here. So, I don't know if he's going to shoot Lost Souls. I don't know what he's going to do. He's got purple. So, purple has significance with the Cacodemon and firing that, as you know. But the shield is down here in front of a fire. I'm curious. It's broken. It's got these shards around the edges, what I've seen discussion on. That's interesting, too. So, we know the Revenant's back. That's good. Now, this thing is back. The shards are on the edge of the shield. We'll be switching back and forth. An Archvile. Classic Archvile's back, so maybe he is resurrecting. Maybe that'd be a whole extra thing, because the original Archvile would summon and try to bring enemies on the battlefield. This one will possibly resurrect them. Who knows? That definitely adds an element of combat we haven't seen before in the modern Doom. I like fighting Agadon Hunters. They are great, but it looks like they are back. Glad to see that. He's got a hammer. This is a little, I don't know, feels different to me. And maybe a variant of the Agadon Hunter. I like that. And this, oh, okay, Pinky Rider blasting out. Okay, so let's take a look at this. We have a little banner enforcer guy. We have a Battle Knight to the left, Mancubus to the right, and then shield fodder on the far right. So he parries that, knocks it back. Oh, Ooh, this is going to be one that you do want to watch. Okay, watch. He's got the shield out. Okay, he parries this, goes to the Mancubus, chains it together, switching to the chain spear. Okay, check this out. So instant switch, it's still red because it's on cooldown. They probably share a cooldown, switching back and forth, but it turns green. The instant it turns green, he knows the timing to send it out there. So if you understand the timing and you can keep like a mental running count, and something that's been helping me a lot with this, honestly, is old school RuneScape. I've been playing it a lot. The tick system, running these counts in your head to be able to count the game and its processes and how fast things go off cooldown, and being able to understand when you have them to use again, just by memory and just by a mental count. Okay, so this is similar to the MEATHOOK. We now have verticality in place of the Dark Ages, and you go up with the chain. The chain's on fire. He is wide open at this point. Remember, he has no shield to be able to block what's coming in. You can't have everything your cake and eat it too. You have to have some sort of protection here. Some cool inscription on the right there. This is green. It's probably charge rocket. So he goes up, fires the rocket. Now there's a chain, like a heaven splitter effect of all these enemies stunned together. Looking good there. Goes back to the shield into a dash, and he has this ability to transition into the video into something else. So shield, spear, MEATHOOky, shield, back. So we're seeing here in this cosmic realm area, interesting. What's this? Oh, you can probably climb on that because of the textures of it. Huh? Let's check it out. It bashes him there, out to the shield. He switches off quick. But if you notice, this is very MEATHOOK influenced, right? Because he throws it and it goes around while firing with the turret cannon. And he uses that parry to trigger the rune, which is a good idea if you have like an imp. You trigger your parry to trigger your rune in the corner. Uses that, switches to the shield, blasts it out, flies around the Cacodemon. And the vagary, remember Hugo saying that there's new ways to deal with vagary, and this is a fantastic one to do that, because the vagary attacks you forward in front of you, as most do, but now you are pulling yourself around the battlefield, around your foe, to be able to get him on the backside, which is his weak point anyway, just like a pinky. So this is give you a new way to deal with the enemy, while understanding that you have to be careful when you do this, because notice Slayer is wide open here. He has no protection with the shield. He is sacrificing protection for an offensive move, so you have to be calculated. You have to understand, like, hey, I can go in for this move right now, or I can't. But he's weakening him down. Too good. Too good. The rune, everything. The shield's back. Bashing here. The MEATHOOK node up at the top. Oh, that was some good movement here. See, MEATHOOK nodes up over the top of the fireball. Dashes over top of these guys. Throws that, another shield. He chains the MEATHOOK together, knowing it's off cooldown. So similar to the MEATHOOK, I can call it the MEATHOOK. Similar to the MEATHOOK in Eternal. Understanding the cooldown when you can bounce off the next enemy. It was the whole thing in Eternal. But he then bashes the shield into the spear into the ground. This is a multifaceted weapon. It's not just as simple as like, I'm blocking you, I'm throwing it out at you. It's like you can block, you can throw it, slam it, like bop it, twist it. If you grew up in the 90s, you know bop it. And understanding that when you're doing this, you're wide open. You're trading, sacrificing the shield and its protection and mobility options it has for the spear. So maybe it is a risk-reward situation, and going back to skill floor and skill ceiling, if you are not comfortable with an area, you can use the shield for extra protection when you become a better player to understand the arena and you become more confident. And what you do, you are able to sacrifice your defense for more offensive power. You will then defeat the enemies on the screen faster because you have more DPS, or damage per second, going out. Their TTK, or time to kill, is lower. So that means that the enemy is dead, right? The faster an enemy dies, the less damage they do to you because they're dead. However, you don't want to go too offensive, too stupid, crazy, and energetic, because you can't do DPS if you are dead. So it's this fine balance, and Doom is doing a very good job of it in factoring in how aggressive can I be, how much damage per second can I put out without getting sloppy and going out of rhythm with my cycles, and without getting too sloppy to where I take damage. And this chain spear is going to do a fantastic job at giving us a greater depth. Just when you thought they couldn't do it, they pulled it off again, and they're bringing us more depth into this. All right. Okay, I gotta fix my video. Oh, this is funny too. All right, down spear. This summer. Okay, a new way to fight Agadon, right? All right, watch. Well, I'm gonna go slow for this one. He swings, parry with the spear. He's still going at it. He charges you, but you can hit him with the spear again. Amazing. Now this is cool too. Classic. So there's some theory, about like flashbacks So we see a classic looking Mancubus here with the soldier in underhalls with the Brutal Doom central focus here. Right, it freezes over. Haha. Now the Slayer's alive and we're going to find him. He's got a beard here. He's got, this is Barbarian Slayer. He's got some hair on his chest, quite literally. I'm going to go past this before y'all get too excited. All right, Slayer's alive. We're going to find him. More Cosmic Realm. IDKFA on the entrance of the Super Gorness looking area. It's a flashback. So this looks like it's Marek, yeah. And maybe he's been, according to the front cover art, he looks like he's on Maker influence now, if that's him. Doesn't that look like it? Yeah, he's got the dual wielding with the yellow swords with the Maker inscription on it in the portal. He's got a dash. Ooh, he's a whole wide array of things coming out. And a nasty little charge attack right at you, Marauder style. Now, the end of the trailer is probably some people's favorite, okay? There's been so much we've talked about up to this point, but the end of the trailer has so many valuable nuggets that you just cannot pass up. And I'm going to go real slow here, okay? There's a lot to catch in this little time frame, so pay close attention. He's in distress. There's a hospital bed looking in the background. Emergency room. A shout of Taggart, get back. This calls back to Flynn Taggart, the classic name of the Doom guy. So we canonically have a name for him now, Flynn Taggart. Oh my goodness. This is insane. Get back from what? Is this a callback to Doom Guy and hitting the superior, which is what the whole thing happened. Doom Guy did not want to fire on civilians, and he hit his superior, and he got in trouble for it. He's being mean. So, Taggart, get back. I'm going to have to pause this really fast. You blink and you miss it. In the hospital scene, hold on. Daisy? Look at Daisy. But not only just Daisy. Is that his daughter? Doom Guy's daughter? Holding a plush Daisy bunny rabbit? Wait a second. What significance can that hold? Is Daisy a mere figment of Doom Guy's imagination? Right? Could it be? And he just remembers his family by this bunny who never truly existed, but now he sees hallucinations of her all around for the past years and years and years? That's mentally disturbing. What if? Now, you have to stick around after this because the trailer's not done yet. Remember me talking about the Wretch all this time? Watch this. And here it is. Ah, your broken armor that we witnessed earlier. Huh, we gotta have a guy to fix that. What? Have we ever seen this guy before? Maybe we have? In his hub? Is that his hub? So many questions to be had here. Did we get a sneak peek of him earlier? No, we've never seen this guy. This is a new character. The Wretch is not the betrayer. It's not Valen. This is a new character, folks. And he is smithing the armor. Unbelievable. Now, we cannot end that on that note at all, right? We have to do something else. I'm going to go here and pull something up for you. Okay? Let's go here. This is Barbarian Slayer. Actually, I want to go here. This is Barbarian Slayer, as we know him. Why is he called Barbarian? There's already a Doom Eternal one like that. So we see who the Slayer is. His face is fully shown. They do not hide that. His broken gear is here, the helmet and the shield both. Look at the frayed bone fragment junk area right here. This is looking rough. Remember when he got smashed down earlier. Here he is, the coffin area. Looking really, really sketched out here. So I think this is going to be a big significant plot point maybe earlier in the story because he has the armor from the Dark Ages here, and we notice that the Wretch is putting our new armor on. So maybe we get a new set of armor. Naturally, we do. This must be before. This must be earlier on in the game. The flashback sequence to a hospital area with the classic pose shows that it's quite a bit of time ago. This whole scene is in disarray. The door, everything's the windows, fire extinguisher on the floor, crutches on the ground. Somebody's having a bad day. The High Council that we looked at earlier, all around here with the old armor. So this has to be earlier with Belias or whatever dude down here chilling, just hanging out. Remember from the first one. This is the Warlock we run into, the new enemy. Oh, man. There's a lot of potential here. This could be maybe like a super acolyte. I don't know. He's got a staff. He's looking really ugly. There's a lot of stuff to unpack here. So you should subscribe to the channel, see what we got coming up in the future, all right? Click the video if you like it here. And I'm going to be breaking down a few of your comments, okay? So the best comments I'm going to take a little deeper look at. And, we'll leave it at that, all right? Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.